We are up here in the frozen tundras of North America in the middle of February. Now, why, you ask? Well, multiple reasons. Number one, I wanted to take the truck on a trip. You know, it was getting to the point to where with the floors in, I could actually use it, I was taking some time off. Figured why not just take a little road trip up north to visit my brother, who happens to also be a welder. So I thought, you know what? We'll get two birds stoned at once. I'll take a trip in the truck, we'll get a test run, and we'll also get the tanks welded underneath the truck while we're up here. So that is what we're doing, guys. We got 48 feet of steel angle, 1.5 inch by 3/16 thickness. We're going to be using this to make custom welded tank mounts for all 4 of the tanks we're going to be putting underneath the truck. That's 2 freshwater tanks, 35 gallons each, 1 black water tank and a gray water tank, both 30 gallons. It is a little bit of a 180 from the previous direction we were going. You remember me talking about the fact that we might do some kind of a bolt-on situation. Well, I didn't really trust that. Welding steel is the strongest possible way we can get these tanks mounted up, and that's what I want to do. I don't have no worries at all that these are going to fall off or break or bend or anything in the future while I'm going down the road. Now, we're in a remote camp here, and we don't have a garage. We don't have any kind of actual legitimate workshop to work in. So what we're gonna do is turn the camp that we've got here into a little makeshift workstation. And we got all the tools we need. We just don't really have a good environment for doing it. But that's never really stopped us before, has it? No, it hasn't. We've got a heat wave today. It's about 6 degrees, I think, without wind chill. So we decided to move the workshop outside. We're going to be doing some welding outside to prevent the smoke from getting inside. So we're almost ready to attach the brackets to the truck. This is what's going to be attached to the truck.
Right there, George. Got him.
And we're back. Gonna take our grinder and go through, clean up all the welds, all the rough spots, round off some edges, cut off the corners, things like that. Just get them generally production quality. And we also have to clean off this glue. So you see these white spots here. We had some construction adhesive at his place. We tried to use some rubber liners to add some cushion for the tanks on here. Clearly that adhesive did not work at all. So I'm gonna clean this off. We're gonna redo that with the PL3X, which I think will be just fine. Okay, we're ready for paint, guys. We're gonna go with Rust-Oleum Clean Metal Primer. We're gonna go through, slap a coat of this on, and then we're gonna come through with the Rust-Oleum High Performance Enamel. I went with this one because it said industrial on here, so figured it'd be good for the frame of a truck. So let's get going. Alright, these guys have been drying overnight. I think they're good to go. We're going to go through with their black Rust-Oleum, get them coated up, and then we're going to go into the truck and clean that part up while these are drying. So we need to do some kind of cushion here on the bracket to hold the tank in, prevent the tank from sliding back and forth, and prevent friction from rubbing the tank on the metal here and wearing out the tanks. So what I found was this rubber rug mat, floor mat from Walmart. It's pretty thick. It's a fairly solid rubber, and it's got these nice little nubs on there. What we're gonna do is cut 1-inch strips of this all along, and then we're going to glue them onto the brackets. So we got some short ones that'll go up on the sides, like this. And we got some long ones. We're gonna go right on the middle, on the bottom, like that. All right, let's get the first tank in there. We get the black tank here. Brackets are ready to go. Big bag of nuts and bolts. Nothing left to do. There we go. Yeah, I was going the wrong direction. Well, of course, there's a 50% chance that I get the wrong bracket, and that's exactly what happened. Black tank, fresh tank. So we got 2 tanks mounted. I'm not going to tighten these up. These aren't final mounts. I'm just putting them in there for fitting purposes. I might have to undo them anyway when we come back in and do the plumbing for each of these. So no point in doing it permanently now. We'll be coming back and doing that later. Let's get the other side done. All right, so we got another fresh water, 35 gallon, and a gray water, 30 gallon. We've got plenty of room in between for fittings. Yes, my gray tank's upside down. This isn't the final placement, but let's take a step back, see how it looks. See it? Just the brackets, that's it. I may not have to do custom side skirts. We're gonna take galvanized hanger strap, wrap the tanks horizontally to prevent them from shifting back and forth. I know we got the rubber in place and that's probably gonna hold it when there's water in there for sure, but when there's not as much weight in the tanks, I wanna make sure we have something keeping the tanks from sliding around as it's vibrating going down the road. So we're gonna add some hanger strap around the tanks. Some people actually hang their tanks with this. I would definitely not recommend doing that, by the way. It might be good as a backup. Definitely don't use this as your primary for hanging tanks. Using snips to just mark this, score it. So we have full contact with the rubber on the inside of the brackets here. Okay. Okay. Alright guys, those straps are going to keep the tanks from moving significantly in any direction on top of the rubber that we got on the brackets. So I'm more than confident in this system we got set up here. Huge shout out to my brother for helping me out with this. Going through the pain and agony of doing this in the middle of winter in the outside in far north of Michigan. Turned out perfectly. If there was a TV show for most extreme van building, like most extreme environment to build a van in, I would apply. I think maybe I would even win. If you guys want to see the behind the scenes, I got a little behind the scenes video of the travel that I did between Houston and Michigan. That'll be up on my locals page only for my supporters over there. Another nice little resource I'm going to be throwing up there is schematics and measurements for the undercarriage spaces underneath the U-Haul. So if you get your own U-Haul truck, you can measure in advance and plan out what you want to put underneath there. It doesn't have to be water tanks. I got 130 gallons underneath there, but you don't have to put water tanks. It can be storage, it can be whatever. So if you're a supporter on locals.com, you will get those schematics as well. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one.